come back to shot making? You take 71 shots to their 55. Is it just shooting percentage tonight, or is there more at play in your mind?
I mean, we're at the point now in the season. We're a third of the way through, and where we are now, we're just not playing well enough. Just all around the board, we're just not playing to our potential. And again, I think the guys were on the right page tonight. I think they really wanted this. They were desperate, but we just didn't play well, and then I think frustration sets in, and the positive was we made a nice run at the end and gave ourselves a chance to win. But again, we've got a little break coming up. We haven't had a lot of time to practice with the way our schedule's been, and we get some practice time. And I've just said to them, we're playing for our season now. It doesn't get better. Our year's over. We got to move forward. And we've been in the mud now for about 4 or 5 games, and this one was a big one. And we didn't take the step we needed to.
Just on the point last week, you said, you used the words entitled, no energy, no effort. You weren't troubled with those aspects tonight. You just didn't play well.
Well, I thought, this fall, I thought the energy was there. I did think the effort was there. I just thought, how do you define that entitlement, work ethic? How do you define? And one of it is communication. And things like communication, rotation, detail on execution, and it fell on that. They forced us out of our stuff. We took bad shots. We missed out where the ball went into the post, and we doubled down there. Our rotation was off. So the detail on what we're doing to be good, when you look at the good teams, it was a step off. And a big part of it is you got a bunch of new guys playing together, and we're not. Communication is a big aspect to it. And so where does that fall? Does that fall in effort? Does that fall in education? But the detail things now tonight, which to me also kind of fall in that box of energy and effort, the ability to communicate and talk and execute under pressure. And tonight, and you look at these games now, 3 or 4 games we've been a point ahead in Perth, Melbourne. We cut this thing to 2, and then the last 2 minutes is the detail stuff, and we end up losing by 4 or 5. So again, I'm not coming in here, and it's an education aspect. It falls on me. This is a group that's got talent, and we're excited about. We certainly haven't given up. There's teams that are jumping out of their skin now that are 5 and 8, and we've smacked a couple times. So we're not out of this thing yet, but we're, you're kind of scratching your head tonight and going, man, there's some work to do, and this is getting hard.
Did players fouling out have an influence on this loss, Brian?
I think all the coaches right now are talking about it. I thought when we got back into the game, it was interesting. The first half, it was interesting when we were down. I heard the press conferences the other night. You can't. But my point in this is that, and I keep saying this people talk a hoorah about this guy and that guy. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. There's a fine. This team's lost 3 in a row. They were going to be champions. Any team right now can beat any team. It's a fine line. So if you have a Falcon where they've shot 14 free throws and you've shot 2, and it was an intentional foul on a breakaway. And that's where that sits, and you look up in there and you go, this is a physical game. Both teams are pretty equal. It's how does it get like that? And then at the end of the game, they kind of even it up a little bit. But I did think, and I'm just saying, I'm watching all the games right now, and that side of it that you're talking about, that edge, is really, really important. So if you get to the free throw line 40 times and the other team gets to the free throw line 20 times, as a coach, you got to address that. You can't win in this. You're not 60 points better. It's a fine line. And I'm looking at it, and I watched the games the other night. I think it's not where one team's really physical and the other one isn't, or one team's driving and one isn't. It's physical out there, and it's pretty equal. So you would think that this would be equal. And I'm referencing the start, our conversation. We didn't play well enough to win tonight. We need to get better. But part of the education is playing defense without fouling. And all the coaches are talking about it. If the ball goes into the low post and you get a chest on them and you slide and you put your hands up, is that a foul or isn't it a foul? It's a real important aspect of it,
Gord, it's the second straight game where Jalen has sort of taken over down the stretch with the ball in his hands. How do you get him doing that on a consistent basis over the course of the game? Because it seems like it's really only happening in fourth quarters.
Well, it was really difficult. It was really difficult to get him the ball. You know, they did a really good job picking the ball up full court, doubling him, and make it difficult for him to get the ball back. And they were very, very physical with him. And as the game went on and the defense got a little bit worn and loosened up, and we got stops, we got the ball in his hand more. But I think that to give him the ball and just play pick and roll like we did at the end of the game, it's fool's gold. I don't think you can do that and win a championship. But when you're 20 down and you're, the timeout, hey man, let's bring the on ball to it. You're here, we're in this formation off the ball, we're in this formation off the ball, get it in his hand and let's go with that. And it did get us back in the game, but our defense picked up as well. Big picture, we've got to have more than that. And he hasn't played a lot. He played 30-some minutes tonight. He got 20 shots up. So I think we're bringing him along nicely. I thought Cam was better tonight, and I thought Buqual was a big piece early tonight and was doing a great job on Jay Kell, and he got 3 fouls immediately and was out. And I don't know, Cam came into the game. I looked at, he had 4.5 minutes, and he had 3 fouls. He had to come out of the game. So, this thing is important, and we had guys sitting that we needed on the floor, and they were in the foul count in the first quarter.
What did you like about Cam's second half that you feel like you could take and move forward with and grow with?
Rolling hard to the front of the rim, running the floor, and pressuring the ball. So I thought, he rolled hard to the front of the rim and was a target there and loosened the defense up. He played better on the ball. He showed more. And I thought running to offense and running back on defense, he was up a level than he was in the last 2 games.
You're going to a fever break. What's the focus? You have a ton of time to practice now. What sorts of things are you focusing on?
Well, we've just got to get better at detail, like our sets, getting through our sets with different lineups. The hard part for us, like tonight, we played small ball, and then we had, again, lineups on the floor. We had, because of the foul count, like I'm saying, we're in the foul situation, we had Tui in the 4 and Noy in the 5. So now you're running a set, and we're at that stage, so different combinations playing together, getting better at the detail, and getting J.A. up. I think he's got a lot. I think he's about 50% of what he can be. So, just combinations playing better together, getting better at detail, and hopefully the guys are starting to understand about, being a little more desperate. Thank you.